Continuing our talk about Italian wines, we're going to talk a little bit about Sicily right now. And I'd like to start with this little town right down here in the southeastern corner of Sicily called Avola. And the wine that we're going to talk about from this little area is called Nero di Avola. It is a red wine made from the grape Nero di Avola, meaning the black grape of Avola. It's a nice little valley up through here, and because it is very hot down here, the vines are grown not in a continuous row, but in bushes. So with probably about 3 or 4 foot uh, area around them, so that the vines don't have to compete so much with the vine closer to them for nutrients and water. Uh, Sicily is only 60 miles north of Africa. That's how close we are to the equator, and it's pretty warm. So these grapes are pretty durable. They got a nice thick skin, and they make these beautiful wines. The locals call the grape Calabrese, um, and the wine kind of has the same characteristics as Syrah. It has that black cherry, blackberry with a touch of tobacco and earth, but Syrah kind of means this big, heavy, boisterous wine, and this wine isn't quite like that. I kind of tend to compare this wine to Pinot Noir, with its elegance and complexity, but a Pinot Noir on steroids. And until they evoke some kind of law that you can have wine on steroids, then I'm going to go with that. So the idea here is that this wine, all those beautiful qualities of a Pinot Noir are there, but just a little bit more muscular. Talking again about food and wine pairings, if you notice, this town is right on the shore of Sicily, and Sicily is an island, and we all know that island food, the mainstay of their diet is seafood, and here, for you seafood lovers and red wine drinkers, here is a match made in heaven for you, because you don't have to give up the red wine to have the seafood, or vice versa. You don't have to give up the seafood to have the red wine. You can have this wonderful wine with any seafood that you like. It does not overpower even delicate seafood. It's just a wonderful wine to have around. But in degrees, everything's in degrees. This wine is fantastic with fattier fish like tuna, or with salmon. It's fantastic. Um, think Oregon Pinot Noir with salmon up there, and this is kind of the same thing. The wine does really well, and the wine also does very well with pasta dishes, does really well with grilled meats also. So it's a very versatile wine, and it's a great wine to have around. In the summer. It really gives you a lot to work with. I mean, if you're going to grill steaks, it does well. If you're going to grill tuna, it does really well. So it's a great versatile wine, not very expensive. You can get most Nero di Avolas for under $15, and some of the best I've ever had. The Villa Pizzo is just fantastic.